We're at the gas pump, guys, and in this video, we're going to discuss the cost of living right here in Dallas, Texas. For the last 3 to 4 years, one of the biggest reasons so many people have moved to Dallas and throughout the state of Texas has been the cost of living has been significantly lower than a lot of the other places throughout the country, especially when you consider states such as California, cities like New York, and many other places throughout the country. However, things have dramatically changed, and I don't know if Texas is the best destination if you're trying to save money and keep costs low. So in this video, we're going to discuss things such as housing, day-to-day expenses, entertainment, and much more. So if you want to know the cost of living right here in Dallas, Texas, stay tuned. Okay, not too bad, around $61. However, pretty much had half a tank of gas, so you can imagine how much the gas is running me to fill up. Never mind that I'm constantly traveling throughout the DFW Metroplex, so I'm filling up, I feel like every 2 to 3 days, so that's pretty damn expensive on its own. So gas prices, guys, I don't even know. Let me check the sign. I have no idea where the sign is. What I can tell you, I just got back from our California office. I was in Los Angeles for about a week and a half, and what I do know is the gas prices in Texas are significantly lower than California, so it could be worse. Let's get in the car and go for a ride. All right, everyone, let's hit the streets of Dallas, Texas. I'm pretty much the mayor right here in Dallas, so you're in good hands. Let's just start off by doing what I typically do on a daily basis, and that's head to Starbucks. We're gonna grab some Starbucks. Hopefully it doesn't break the bank. Then we're going to get into larger expenses such as housing, whether you're looking to purchase a home, lease a house, maybe you want to live in an apartment. So we're definitely going to cover all the major costs, minor costs as well. And hopefully we can find a way to mediate these expenses. So let's just start out by drinking a cup of coffee, guys. It's early in the morning and I get cranky if I don't have caffeine. Well, guys, it's another day at the Starbucks line. Thankfully, I don't have any pressing appointments this morning. Otherwise, we'd be late. There was probably a good 20 cars in front of me. And behind me, there's at least another 5 to 6 cars. Guys, if you're new to the channel, my name is Richard Soto, a local real estate broker right here in Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex with VIP Realty, and we do weekly videos discussing what it's like to live, work, and play throughout the state of Texas. Today, as we discussed earlier, we're going to discuss the cost of living, and a lot of families have been impacted significantly with the rising cost of living right here in the Lone Star State. However, it could definitely be worse, especially considering other states. One of the biggest impacts that you're going to have in regards to the cost of living is going to be housing. And I can assure you the real estate prices have exploded the last 3 to 5 years. And if you purchased 2 years ago or further back, you did an exceptional investment most likely. I was very blessed and fortunate. I lived in a condo and I loved it because I like the security, low maintenance. I'm constantly coming and going to our California office. However, my youngest son, Nathan, said, "Daddy, I am tired of living in this condo. I want to jump up and down, scream, bang on the walls, and you won't allow it here." So I decided to purchase a new construction home. And guys, it has gone up in value tremendously. So I guess I can go ahead and give that little guy some V-Bucks. Anytime he's playing Fortnite and he asks for $20, which is constantly pretty much every other day, to buy the little outfits, I pretty much say, okay, son, because he allowed me to make a significant investment that it's gone up a lot, guys. I can tell you that. However, if you're just coming into the market or you're just relocating to the state of Texas, you're going to most likely be paying top dollar even in this market. I know we hear the news and the market is crashing, blah, 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 blah. However, I, for one, just don't see it. In the majority of the places that we sell homes, the market is still steady. It's going up steadily. It's not the 50, 60% increase within 12 months, but it's still going up. So if you're trying to get a deal in regards to your next home purchase, it's not going to happen right here in Dallas, Texas. Housing is often the most significant expense in any budget, and Dallas is no exception. The median home price in Dallas was $412,000. The Dallas real estate market is still hot, and homes sell after 25 days on average, compared to 15 days last year. It's essential to remember the general rule of thumb: try not to spend more than 30% of your total income on housing. Home prices in Dallas, Texas, and other big cities in Texas typically average 10 to 30% higher than the state average. Now, if you're looking to lease an apartment or a home, you're looking at about an average of 3% higher than the national average, which isn't significant. After all, Dallas is definitely one of the best major cities in the country. So, yes, it's a little bit higher than the national average. However, you can't compare Dallas, Texas to some small country town out there in the west or east coast or central U.S. So it's not that big of a deal. However, guys, it's more expensive than back in the day. Right now, the average rent is going to run you anywhere between $2,000 to $3,400 a month, depending on where you live and obviously the square footage. But those are going to be average rents. Guys, hold on, time out. I have to order my Starbucks. The pumpkin cream cold brew grande, and then I'll take a grande cappuccino, 2 Splendas, please.
All right.
That's it.
Can I have a name for the order?
Richard.
All right, it'll be $10.83 at the window.
Thank you, appreciate it. Okay, guys, so that's not too bad. Basically $11 for a couple of medium coffees. I can live with that. It's not too bad. Going back to rentals in Dallas, you can definitely find something for less. And I can assure you, you can definitely find high-rise luxury apartments. They're going to cost you much, much more. So depending on your budget, the great thing about Dallas is there's a lot of different areas throughout the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. And if you have a lower budget, you can definitely find it. Are you going to get the same amenities that you would in a nicer apartment complex? Obviously not. Are you going to be in the best public ISDs? Most likely not. However, whatever your budget allows, you can definitely find it in Dallas, Texas. So guys, overall, yes, housing has gone up. However, it's not as bad as it is, for instance, in our California offices. Geez almighty, for $3 million, you're going to find a broken down oneplex, not even a duplex. It's going to be a oneplex, so it could definitely be worse, but housing is definitely going to be the biggest expense right here in Dallas. Okay, so you're in the house, whether you're purchasing it or leasing it, doesn't matter. What you're going to have in addition to that is obviously utilities, okay? And the utilities in Dallas are going to be 14% higher than the national average. And guys, while I'm talking about utilities, once again, I'm exiting the highway and having to pay a freaking toll. I'm getting distracted and sidetracked. But let me tell you this. If you reside in Dallas, Texas, there are toll roads all over the freaking place. And when I tell you that my toll bill every month is right around $100, that is an undeniable fact. I'm not going to take side roads. I'm not going to take back roads. I'm in a hurry. I got places to be. And my kids refuse to wait an extra 5 minutes on their dad to pick them up. That's number one. Number two, I got to get to my clients as quickly as possible. So toll roads, a whole total different expense if you reside here in Dallas. But back to the utilities. During the summer, especially, guys, it gets extremely hot. And if you watch any of my videos, you know the heat in Dallas, Texas is unbearable. So due to the fact that it's 1,000 degrees during the summer, June, July, and August, I don't even look at my electric bill because it's going to be hundreds of dollars. When I tell you that I don't look at the bill, guys, I literally don't look at the bill. It's on auto draft. Most likely, it's probably $400 to $500 each and every month, which is a significant expense just in electricity, especially when you're never home. I leave early in the morning and don't come back till late at night. So light bill is going to be a significant expense. Another expense, actually, I just had a change. I use Spectrum for internet at my home. And I don't know if it's just my location, but that Spectrum internet, I had the highest, fastest model thing that they offer. It was worse than dial-up. So I had to call AT&T, and they came and replaced Spectrum internet, which is now significantly better, thank God. And I believe my bill is around $90 for the internet, one of the fastest options that they have. So those are just a few of my bills in regards to utilities. Obviously, there's water, garbage, items such as that as well. But those are going to be the main utilities that you'll have to address when you move to Dallas, Texas. What a beautiful day in Dallas, Texas. It's my favorite time of the year. Pretty much any time of the year that's not June, July, and August, I absolutely love being in my hometown of Dallas. Now let's move on to groceries, guys, and I'm probably the absolute worst person to ask in regards to grocery shopping because I get my groceries ordered and I have no idea what the heck I'm ordering. Pretty much it's the same cart, repeat, and it's going to run me, I believe, about $300 every 2 weeks. And what do I order? A lot of water, Gatorades. I do stack up the steaks, okay, because I can grill a steak, hamburgers and eggs and some milk, lemonade. Guys, I don't know how to cook, okay? And we're going to cover that later on going out to eat. But as far as groceries, the good thing in my research is we're 3% lower than the national average. So grocery shopping, if you can cook at home, it's definitely going to save you a significant amount of money. So that's the good thing about living right here in Dallas. Okay, let's move on to the next topic, and that is going to be healthcare. And unfortunately, if you reside in Dallas, Texas, it's going to be 13% higher than the national average, which is quite a bit. So if you're not working out, if you're not taking care of yourself, you need to be popping those vitamins each and every morning. That's one thing that I never want to deal with, nor do I want my kids ever to be unhealthy. So being healthy is extremely important. And not only is the healthcare going to be a massive expense, but obviously you have to diet properly. Guys, that is one thing that I struggle with. I work out each and every day, whether it's by myself at LA Fitness, which, by the way, the LA Fitness membership costs me $25 a month. I have access to a pool, weights, basketball court, everything you could ever need to stay in shape and be healthy. But my biggest dilemma and issue is my diet. I pretty much work out so I can eat and drink whatever it is that I want. If somebody knows some good, I was going to say if anybody has any good recipes, never mind. That's a lie because I'm never going to cook anyway. However, if you know of a place that ships pre-made meals that are very healthy, I would definitely be interested. So drop that in the comments. So health, very important, and it's going to cost you more right here in Dallas to be healthy. I hear the birds chirping, the squirrels are running, the rabbits are hopping. Guys, what a beautiful day in one of the best cities in the world, Dallas, Texas. Let's move on to the next topic, guys, which is going to be taxes. And you are not going to get away from paying taxes. The great thing about living right here in Dallas is there is no state tax, which is amazing. However, don't worry, they're gonna make it up one way or another. And as much as I loved that my home has gone up in value significantly, there's going to be major property taxes associated with the new assessed value. So property taxes are going to be extremely high right here in the Lone Star State. In Dallas, property taxes are determined by the assessed value of the property with a rate set by the Dallas County Appraisal District, usually around 2.5%. So on a $500,000 home, you can be looking at about $12,500 in property taxes. As for sales tax, the rate in Dallas is 8.25%, which is the combined rate for Texas and Dallas County. Moving on to another subject that I despise, and that's insurance. So whether it's insurance for your vehicle, for your home, or for yourself, okay, I've already added and calculated thousands of dollars. Once again, everything's on auto draft at my household, but what I do know is the average car insurance in Dallas is going to be around $1,500, while the health insurance is going to run you about, an individual silver health insurance plan costs around $540 per month or $6,500 annually. For home insurance, the average cost is estimated to be around $1,000 per year. So guys, all these little costs add up. Just in insurance, you're looking at thousands of dollars going out to eat, entertainment, housing. All these little minor expenses gradually add up to a massive expense each and every month. However, if you live in Dallas, if you live in LA, New York, Miami, it doesn't matter. You're not going to remove these expenses unless you find a sugar daddy or a sugar mama, or better yet, if you can still live with your parents, okay? You can always move back home and eliminate a lot of expenses. Now, let's move on to the next topic, and that is going to be gas and transportation. Transportation is another significant expense, but fortunately, Dallas offers some relief. The city's transportation expenses were 14% lower than the national average. In 2023, the Dallas cost of public transportation on average is $2.50 for a single bus or train ride and $117 for a monthly pass. By utilizing public transportation and being mindful of fuel prices, you can keep your transportation costs in check. Gas prices in Dallas typically average about 13% below the national average. A gallon of gas in Dallas averages around $3.30. While it is true that the public transportation can save you a significant amount of money, let's just keep it 1,000, guys. Dallas is so spread out. And whether you're going to the grocery store to drop off your kids, if you're going to work, maybe you just want to go to the gym or out to dinner, you're most likely going to be driving, and it's going to be very difficult to just rely on public transportation. Now, you can do that in Chicago. You could probably do it in New York. There are numerous cities throughout the country where you can walk around the neighborhood and everything's very convenient, or you could just take the subway. But Dallas, Texas is definitely not that city. So you're most likely going to need a car and all the costs associated with owning a vehicle. It's that time of the day, guys. It's that time of the day. We got some Starbucks earlier this morning, but it's lunchtime. I am in Addison Restaurant Row, where there's literally well over 100 different options in regards to restaurants. However, guys, if you know me, you know what we're going to get. What we get every day, whether it's for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, 90% of the time anyways, and that is going to be some Mexican food, okay? I'm feeling some salsa, maybe some chicken enchiladas, I don't know, carne asada tacos, whatever it is. We're going to go to what I would call a middle-of-the-road restaurant. It's definitely not a high-end restaurant, but it's definitely not McDonald's. So let's see what a lunch for two costs for a light lunch. And you know, I really don't have appointments today, so maybe we'll get a margarita. Just one, guys. Just one. It's not the weekend. I have had a long week already, even though it's Tuesday. So let's go into one of my spots, Gloria's. And guys, if you're ever in Addison, and they have numerous locations, if you want to do some salsa dancing, they do that here, I believe, still. They have some great food. However, one of the best items on the menu is the organic margaritas. So let's go inside and see if we can keep the bill under $50. Very unlikely. Just wrapped up lunch. Didn't have anything crazy. I had some enchiladas verdes. And by the way, if you ever come to Gloria's, that's actually one of my favorite dishes. It's very light, it's not very big, but it hits the spot each and every time. Enchiladas verdes, had myself a margarita, just one by the way. It is the work week after all. In addition to that, we had some tacos and a glass of Sauvignon Blanc, so nothing too crazy. And guys, this is probably one of my lightest lunch bills that I've had in a very long time, and it's coming in at under $50. That's not bad. So typically I have my staff with me, or I have several of the realtors with me, and they start to order some drinks and maybe more than just one margarita, and the bill tends to get out of hand. However, as the broker for the office, I'm all about keeping my team happy, but $50 lunch, not too bad. Okay, moving on to our final expense, which is Richard Soto's biggest expense. It's bigger than my mortgage, bigger than my car payment. Guys, I wish somebody could pay my credit card bill because it's ridiculous, and that is entertainment and recreation. Guys, it's expensive. It's expensive, especially if you have kids. Let's just start with what I did last night, which I took my son and one of his best friends to the movies. Okay, that whole ordeal ran me about 80, 90, basically $100. I had to pay for the tickets, pretty much $15 to $20 each. And obviously, they have to get popcorn. They both want some pizza. Somehow they're extra hungry when we go to the movies, but they don't want to eat at home. So we had to get a hot dog. And then you got to get an icy to wash all that stuff down with. Easily $100 for myself and 2 kids. So that's just the movies, okay? And we do that a couple times a month. But my biggest, most massive expense, as I stated earlier, I don't have time to cook and I don't know how to cook. Going out to eat runs me an enormous amount of money. The good thing, or one of the few good pros in regards to going out to eat, the majority of the time I'm with clients or to my office staff or my team, and we're always talking business, obviously. But going out to eat in Dallas, guys, pretty much anytime I go out to eat, whether it's at a local Chili's, okay, or 54th Street, whatever it's called, or sometimes we want to go to Capitol Grill. Maybe we want to go to the Monarch and get a great view and ambiance. Guys, a dinner for 2, especially if you're having drinks. I mean, you can get to $100 very, very quickly. Now, on a rare occasion, we enjoy going out to watch the Dallas Cowboys. We enjoy the NBA, so we'll go to Victory Park, check out the Dallas Mavericks. And obviously, my spoiled son is not going to sit in this ring circle with his back against the wall. We have to get some decent seats, and that's easily several $100s minimum each. But again, where they get you guys is not the price of admission. It's the drinks, it's the Cokes, it's the souvenir guy coming waving the little flags, the towels, the flashing lights. And what kind of dad would I be if I didn't purchase at least one of those items? So anytime you go out to an event like a sports game, several $100s minimum, whether it's the Texas Rangers, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Mavericks, you're going to spend a significant amount of money. I enjoy entertaining my kids. That's why I work so hard. That is what I live for. I'm a very frugal person. I like wearing white t-shirts, which if you watch my videos, that's typically what I'm wearing, okay? I don't need no Louis, I don't need no Prada, I don't need Gucci. I need a $3 Hanes t-shirt, some Nike shorts, and a pair of slides, and I am good to go. But where I do spend money is on my kids. Entertainment and recreation costs in Dallas, including dining out and leisure activities, can range from budget-friendly to more expensive depending on the activity. Eating out, going to the movies, and attending concerts can all vary in cost. A basic dinner for 2 in a neighborhood pub will cost you around $60. Dinner for 2 at a less casual eatery will average around $85. 2 tickets to the movies will cost you around $30. To save on entertainment expenses, take advantage of a free or budget-friendly activities like outdoor concerts or budget-friendly museums. Plenty of free things to do here in Texas as well. Maybe you like boating. You don't purchase the boat, obviously. We know that. That's why I have numerous friends that own boats and jet skis. I call them up and say, hey, are you using your boat this weekend? Because I'm going to take it out. That's one way to save some money. Dallas, Texas, is it expensive? I don't feel that that's the case. I feel Dallas is still a very affordable major city that has a lot to offer, especially with all the employment and business opportunity that you can obtain right here in the great city of Dallas. Dallas, Texas can still provide you with an excellent way of life below the national average in the majority of the daily expenses that you'll have to incur. So do I believe that Dallas offers a great cost of living? I wouldn't necessarily say great. However, it's definitely better than a lot of other major cities. But above all, you have great people in the state of Texas, in the city of Dallas. You have a ton of opportunities. You have safety, security. You have access to great schools and education. There's a lot to love in regards to living right here in Dallas, Texas. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're thinking about moving to the Dallas area or throughout the great state of Texas, my team and I would love to assist you with your next real estate transaction. For now, I have to get back to the office because after adding all these expenses, I feel like I need to do a lot of extra work. So I will see you on the next video.